biggest headache of my life right now. I guess that's what 3 consecutive in a row freaking therapy appointments gets you. Man. Oh, surprisingly, I did not have a meltdown today. I'm just like, I'm happy, but like exhausted. Like, like I'm really happy with like what came out of my therapy sessions today, but like also it was exhausting. Like, it's so draining, and you don't even realize it's draining until afterwards. But I didn't even have a chance to like catch up afterwards because literally right after I had another therapy appointment, and then a few hours after that therapy appointment I have another therapy appointment, and I'm just like, boy, are you trying to kill me? They were so helpful, but like, oof. Well, here's the thing. My first therapy appointment was actually not a therapy appointment. It was a psychiatric appointment with my psychiatrist, who is a character. We'll just say that. She's nice, but she's new. She's like, I was told that she's a new psychiatrist, so she's very by the books, like very like impersonal, very professional, which like I mean, I guess I can respect, but like at the same time, like I don't like, I know she's not a therapist, but it would be nice for her, like when I'm telling her my symptoms, for her to be a little bit more understanding than just sitting there with a notebook in my face writing it down. Well, I mean, not a notebook, but like writing it down on the computer, like just not even really making eye contact with me, and like just, I don't know, like it just felt weird. And then she also is extremely by the books, so apparently being extremely by the books, like one of the like rules or whatever is that like, or I guess it's by law, but you, like a parent has to be there when you're getting like your medication. So my mom was there obviously, but then like I just felt completely like demeaned. I don't know if that's a word. Like I just felt completely like brushed off, and like felt like she didn't even care about her own patient. Like she was paying more attention to my mom than me, because I'm a minor, so obviously I don't know a shit about my own fucking symptoms, and I can't tell her about my own fucking self so that she can diagnose me with my own fucking medication. Like, I don't know. Like, it was just like, she's nice, but like she's so by the books that like all she cared about was my mom, because my mom was my parent. Even though I told her personally, my mom is not mentally stable. I really don't think you should be putting so much power into her hands. And she just kind of gave me this kind of like look, like a combination of like nervousness and like distrust. Like she didn't trust what I was telling her, or she didn't want to trust what I was telling her, and just wanted to go and stick by her stupid fucking rules and still like rely on my mom, even though my mom, like, which my mom was eating this up, by the way, like, mind you, like, while this was all happening, while my psychiatrist was giving my mom all this attention and asking my mom for help about me, my mom was eating it all up. Like, she was eating it like it was chocolate at, like, last night's dinner. Like, like, she was fucking, like, devouring the shit. Like, it was validating that she's a parent, so she loved it. Like, she's never really been a true parent to me, so this is one of the few circumstances where she's being treated like a real parent to me. So she's like flipping the fuck out and being like, oh my god, I'm a parent, I love my daughter, please love me, like, look at me, I'm a good parent, like, they're relying on me to help my daughter, blah blah blah. That's probably what was going through her mind. I don't know exactly what's going through her mind because I can't read her, but I've lived with her for 17 years. I know a lot about her, how her mind works, okay? Like, so, like, like, I just felt very brushed off and, like, very annoyed because this, like, my psychiatrist, like, was solely, like, depending on my mom, and my mom is not the most dependable person. And, get this, she was was going to give my medication that I'm supposed to be taking every day for myself to my mom so that my mom could give me the pills so that I could partake in them. And I was like, girl, I don't live with my mom, and I don't live with my mom for a really good reason, trust me. And you do not want to be giving her my pills, because what if she relapses? What if she takes my pills for herself? Like, you never know, okay? Like, sure, my mom is not really like a pill kind of drug person, but like, you never know, okay? So I obviously was like not okay with this. I was like, oh, fuck no, sweetie, no thank you. Like, I'm not giving my pills to my own mother, who doesn't even live with me and cannot afford to be wasting her time and mine to be taking one teeny little pill every day and driving over to me. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, excuse me, like, that's the most impractical, stupid thing I've ever heard in my life. Also, I don't live with my mom for a fucking reason, sweetie, okay? And I'm sorry, but you're diagnosing me, not my mother. So why are you talking primarily to my mom and not paying attention to me? Like, I mean, sorry to sound like selfish, but like, this is about me. Like, I literally need this medication. Like, I've been told by multiple people that I need this medication multiple times. My own therapist, the psychiatrist ended up telling me that she thinks the medication is a good idea. I had a second therapist that I went to see today tell me it was a good idea to take medication. I've had my uncle, my aunt, and several friends tell me it's a good idea for me to take medication. Like, I know I need the medication, so this medication is for me, and, like, I need it. The one person who really doesn't want me to take I actually have technically two people who don't want me to take medication, my dad and my mom. And she was confiding in my mom about all of my medication, and like, she was going to my mom for all the sources of how to diagnose me. She talked to my mom about my own personal problems, my own symptoms, instead of me, her own patient. Like, just because I'm a minor doesn't mean I'm fucking stupid, sweetie. Talk to me. I'm your fucking patient. I don't know. It just pissed me off. I was so irritated. Like, I expected to get results, and I got results. Hopefully this medication helps me. But, like, the way that I got them was not what I wanted. My mom was beyond happy because she felt validated. I felt like I was, like, cold-shouldered. Like, I was seen as, like, I felt like she was treating me like a little girl who, like, was speaking up too much to the adults. Like, I was at the dinner table when I wasn't supposed to be, kind of deal. And I was like, this is fucking ridiculous. Like, I'm damn near an adult, okay? And this is my fucking diagnosis. This is my fucking medicine. Like, who... She's really sweet, but she's too by the books. Like, I mean, I get it, she's new, but also, like, sweetie, we're just gonna leave it at that. Then right after that, literally, I got out of that at, I started that session with her from 8:30. By the way, I spent the majority of the time spent with her was, like, literally in the waiting room, and I didn't even get to talk to her for more than, like, 15 minutes at most. And both of those times that I talked to her were with my mom. So, like, you fucking kidding me, man. Like, oh my god. It's like, and my mom was happy as can be. She's like, I can't take your meds. And I was like, fuck no, bitch. Give me my fucking pills. Like, I mean, I get her worry. She thought that I would, like, because I'm suicidal. Yeah, I get it. But, like, I'm not... My suicidal thoughts are kind of complicated to explain, but basically the gist of it is they've been with me for years. Like, I've had them for literal years. Like, I've had the thought of, I don't want to exist. Like, I don't belong. Like, what am I even doing here? For as long as I can remember. The moment I started thinking about suicide was when I learned about suicide. So, like, and that was at a pretty young age as well. So, like, I've been suicidal, like, many, many years of my life. So, it's almost become a habit to, like, have these suicidal thoughts. Like, I would never I would never say never, because I'm suicidal for a reason. But, like, I'm pretty good at preventing myself from acting on those thoughts. Like, if I ever feel suicidal, I'm pretty good at, like, creating barriers between myself and things so that I don't harm myself or I don't like kill myself. Like, you know, like I'm really good at detecting when I'm going to get bad because I've had years of experience of dealing with it, so that I know when to stop myself and I know when to hit the pause button and like block it off, because like I'm just like I've trained myself. Like I hate using that word. I sound like a fucking dog. Like I've trained myself. Bark bark. Like woof woof. What the fuck? Okay, anyways. Yeah, like I don't know, like she just kind of pissed me off with the way that she just kind of like brushed me off as like a fucking child who didn't deserve to know about my own fucking like medication that she was diagnosing, like what she was diagnosing with me with, first of all, which I already have a diagnosis, but like besides the point, she was reiterating that diagnosis, but then also medicating me, or what's the word I'm looking for here? Like assigning medication to me, but she wasn't even really talking to me about it. And then like I don't know, it just pissed me off. Like I'm not, she was nice, but she also treated me like I was fucking 5-year-old instead of 17. Okay, like she treated me like a 5-year-old at an adult dinner table instead of a 17-year-old who was her patient asking for medication, like, or her advice on what medication would be good for me. Like, you know, like instead she talked to my mom about it primarily, which my mom doesn't even know all about it because I'm a very reserved person and I'm very private, and I hide a lot of things from people, especially my mom, because I'm very protective of my mom and I don't want her knowing half the shit that goes on with me because I know she'd feel guilty, and then I know that that would not end well. So I don't want her knowing shit, so she doesn't know like a lot of the stuff. Like she knows some of it, but she doesn't know the extent of it. And so like I knew that she probably gave a biased or non-accurate representation of what I was actually going through to my psychiatrist, which kind of pissed me off because my psychiatrist didn't even ask me things. She just debriefed me on what my mom and her discussed, and then was like, okay, this is what I'm diagnosing you with, this is what your medication is going to be. Good, okay, bye. Basically that was our conversation, and I was like, I mean, I'm going to have the medication. I'm going to try it and see if it works, because if it works, then that's great. Or if it helps in any sort of way, then that's great. I'll try anything that will help me at this point. I'm that desperate. But, like, I would have preferred a little bit more respect, and I would have preferred to have been treated like an adult, because I have had to take an adult role in my entire life, basically. So, you know, like, don't fucking, like, treat me like a kid, please. Like, I'm not a kid. Like, I've never been a kid. I've never had the opportunity of being one, okay? So don't treat me like one. Anyways, after that, I had my actual therapist appointment, and like she was great, because like I literally like might have been like 10 minutes between when my psychiatrist appointment ended and when my therapist appointment started, and like I was still fuming. And like when I walked into her office, I was like, girl, you would not believe. And I was just like, I started ranting, and she was like, yeah, I know, she's a lot like that. Like, it's kind of a notorious thing that we all know. She's new and she's very by the book, and like a lot of people have complained about that with her. And I was like, damn. I guess it's not just me, but still, fucking like, I was just like, why though? Why can you not treat us like people instead of fucking children or some like little rule fucking thing in your book? Like, but hold on. Sorry, I got tired of sitting up and had to lay down. I really do not like sitting. I don't know if it's from like years of being in class in schools and like just not liking sitting down. Like, I don't know, I just don't like it. Like, it's not my preferred like thing. I always want to be like standing or like doing something or lounging or like stretching like my body or my limbs or whatever. Like, I don't know, it's a weird thing that I like to do. I sound like a cat. Jesus Christ. Okay, anyways, then after that, I had my therapist appointment, which was super good. Like, I really enjoyed it. Like, she, like, helped me a lot. And she, like, really has been helping me keep me grounded and, like, believe in myself more. Because my mom still wants to treat me like a kid. My dad still wants to treat me like a kid. My grandma does not have, like, any fucking clue what's going on around her. And I have too many peers around me who are not on my level of maturity yet, so like I can't relate to them and I can't like understand them and they can't understand me, and so in a sense like we're just disconnected and I can't like relate to them and I can't like, you know, have like I've never been good at making friends, but like it's gotten worse over time because over time I've gotten more and more mature and faster, and like they just, it's almost like they're slowing down in their maturity and like they're stuck, and I'm just kind of like I keep barreling forward and I'm like pissed off because like I don't want to be more mature. Like I wish I could be a carefree stupid fucking teenage girl, but I can't. And so I have to deal with feeling disconnected from my peers and going through all this fucking therapy and like working on myself so much and having all of these responsibilities because I had to do, like, I have these responsibilities because nobody else is going to take care of them for me. So I need to do it for myself. And I've had to do it, and I have been doing it for myself for a very long time. Anyways, so, yeah. She's like the only person, well, aside from my uncle, but my uncle's gone right now, so that's great. Where I can like feel like I can fully like trust and like believe in, and like that she believes in me and like keeps me grounded and like have self-confidence at least a little bit, because like it's really hard when like you can't connect with your peers and like with your teachers. You feel like it has to be like really strict professional environment, so you don't want to talk to them about anything. And then my mom, I can't depend on her because I'm too scared to, because I don't know like how that'll turn out. Like literally on the way home today, she was flipping out on me because like I have this group therapy thing that I'm going to be starting Monday, and I explicitly told the third therapy appointment that I went to that I didn't want her to be there because I knew that she would flip out if she like heard even half of the stuff that I'm going through. And like, so she said that that's okay. And then my mom found out about this and she flipped on my ass in the car. And I was like, bitch, would you calm down? Like, I know she cannot handle what I have on top of the shit that she's going through. So I'm not going to put her through it, you know? And I'm protecting her. Like, and I wish she could be fucking grateful, but she still thinks that she's a parent. And she's not. She's never has been. I've always been providing for myself, or have been providing for her. Maybe she's been providing for me financially, but emotionally and physically, I've always provided for myself. Like, I've never had a parent, like a true parent. Like, my dad is kind of like, they're just, I don't know how to explain my relationship with my parents. They're just, I don't hate them, and I don't resent them. I mean, I kind of resent my dad. Like, he has no excuse for his immaturity, and he's no excuse for being a dick all the fucking time. But my mom, I can't resent because I know she can't help it. She's sick. So, like, I can't be angry at her, but I know that I, like, need to be careful around her. And same with my dad, because, like, he's just as fucking delicate as my mom sometimes and would lose his shit just as easily. Like, it's fucking ridiculous, man. Like, anyways. Where was I at? But yeah, like, I just really like my therapist because she really keeps me grounded and helps me believe in myself, and I believe in her to help me. And yeah, I'm gonna be really sad when our like term ends when I turn 18. But you know, it was good while it's lasted. So you know, but yeah, after my therapy appointment, but I also talked to her about Mr. Aggressive. I think I talked about him yesterday. And she said that if he makes me feel that way so much, then I should move seats and like create some distance between him and I if he makes me that uncomfortable and if he like does those things to me too much. And I'm just like, okay, because deep down I already knew that, but like I just didn't really want to talk about it, you know, because it's kind of embarrassing to be like, hey, like I know there's this kid in my class and like I'm friendly with him, but like also I can't sit next to him anymore, and he finds out he's gonna fucking lose his shit too. Like everybody loses their shit around me, I swear. Sometimes it feels like I'm the only sane person or the only insane person. Because sometimes it feels like I'm the only sane person and like barely keeping afloat in the waves of insanity hitting me again and again. And sometimes it feels like they're the ones that are grounded and I'm the one who's insane, and they make me question my own reality. Like it's relentless cycle of the two just rolling around in my head all the fucking time. Like it's so stupid. Anyways, after my therapist appointment, like, we went to the cafeteria at the Kaiser, and let me just say, their food is fucking delicious. Like, hello. So good. I had a tuna melt, and I know some people don't like fish. Okay, fight me. I'm fucking a quarter Japanese, and I love fish, okay? I don't think I could ever become vegetarian because I love seafood way too damn much. Like, I could probably sacrifice beef. Probably sacrifice bacon, pork, whatever other meat there is. But I could not sacrifice seafood. Like, I don't care what you have to say. I love it too much. Okay, anyways, after that, I visited a third therapist, and she is part of, like, she's, like, one of the lead therapists in this, like, program that they're doing called IOP. And like basically it's just like an intensive group therapy for like depressed children like me. And so like yeah, like I talked to her for a little bit, and she like wanted to know a little bit about me. So like I told her, and she was kind of like, whoa, and I was like, yeah. And then she was like, okay, well, I really do think that you need this group therapy thing, because she was just gonna like talk to me and see if like she thought that I really needed the therapy or the group therapy thing. But then I like told her my life story or whatever, and she was kind of like, oh shit, sweetie, you need the group therapy. And I was like, okay, cool. Yeah. The only thing that I'm kind of concerned about with the group therapy, which I touched on this earlier, but like it's 2 days a week. It's Monday and Wednesday, and it involves parents. Like it's a two-parter thing. Like on Monday, like there's a 45-minute period where like the kids are there with their parents, and it's like a parent-child therapy thing session. Kind of like, fuck, not gonna work out. A, my dad is not available. B, my uncle is coming soon, but not here yet. Oh my god, I sound like a Blu-ray ad. Anyways. And then my mom, I know, will not be able to handle whatever goes on in there. So, that leaves me by myself. Just little old me. And I'm like, like, that's gonna be fucking awkward, because there are gonna be kids there. They're like families, and it's gonna be kind of shitty because I'm gonna be over there by myself. I'm like, hi guys, like, love life. And like, yeah. So yeah, like, I'm not gonna enjoy the Monday part of it. But she did say that she wants me to go to both days, even if I'm not coming with a parent, just because she says you learn from both of them. So she really wants me to go to both, even though it's gonna be hella fucking awkward when I'm there with the parents. So whatever, it's fine. Like, I can handle it. Like, fine. She also said, because I told her sometimes if I get really overwhelmed, like I need my own space and I need to leave and be alone, she said that's totally fine. Like she has some other kids who are like that too, and she said that there's like a room that she sends them to, and I was like, hey, sounds great. Not like I'm going to prison or anything. Like, there's a room that we send you to, and I'm like, what the fuck does that mean, sweetie? But, like, she explained it, and it was, like, sounds a lot better than there's a room that we send you to, you know? Like, there's a room that we send you to sounds like fucking, like, we're gonna kill you or something. But, like, she's not. Like, and, like, yeah, we just, like, reviewed if she thought that I was, like, a viable option for me to go to the group therapy, and she said she really does think that I would benefit from it, and I was like, hey, cool, and then, yeah, so I'm going Monday, and we're gonna see. She also thinks that I need more support with, like, friends and stuff, because I was telling her, like, it's literally impossible for me to make friends, just because, like, I have so many trust issues, and, like, feel really disconnected from my peers a lot of the time, so it's really hard for me to relate because I can't, like, I'm okay with, like, some level of small talk, but even, like, small talk with my peers is a completely different story than small talk with, like, people who are older than me, or, like, just small talks with strangers. Like, small talks with peers who are, like, kids, like, who want to talk about, like, meaningless things, like watching a certain movie, or, like, going to this, like, concert, or, like, oh, their mom is so pissed at them and they're grounded from their phone, or like, oh my god, I hate my parents, like they're so annoying and so protective and blah blah blah, or etc. Like, I just, like, I can't relate to that, and I can't, like, put myself in their, like, little, like, I can't, like, I'm not good at making friends like that. Like, I'm not good at making small talk with that because I can't relate. And, like, it's really hard for me to, like, get close to people, especially since I'm pretty good at pushing people away as well. Like, I don't know, like, it's kind of low-key my specialty. Not a good specialty to have. And then, yeah? Yeah, it was just my grandma. She's on my medication, was like, you okay? I was like, no, but we're getting there, you know, we're getting there slowly but surely. Because I didn't tell her that, I just said, yeah, I'm fine. Because, like, you know, she doesn't really understand mental health, so, like, you know, just gonna leave it at that. What else did I want to talk about? Oh, yeah, so I'm going to the meetings, or the group therapy sessions, like, every Monday and Wednesday. And we're gonna see how it goes. So, yeah. One thing I do like about, like, what these group therapy sessions are, she told me that they're not like Alateen, because, like, Alateen, it was enjoyable, but it was also, like, these kids are, like, different. They're talking about, like, alcohol specifically. They're not talking about, like, mental health or the after effects of it. They're just talking about the, like, right then and there effects of it. And, like, it, like, I don't really relate to that as much anymore, because, like, when I was really young, I was really exposed to a lot of drugs and alcohol, but, like, when I, like, got older, my mom, like, got better at hiding it. Like, it was only until I was, like, 14, 15 that she started, like, really, really getting into it again, and then she started neglecting me, like, severely again, and, like, for, like, a long time, like, from I was, like, 7 or 8 to, like, 10 or 11, like, she was a pretty good parent, I would say. Like, she probably, that was her, like, golden years, I would say. She was pretty good. Like, she was somewhat stable. I mean, she still did drugs and alcohol occasionally, but, like, she hid it, so, like, it wasn't as noticeable, and it wasn't, like, destroying our lives, and, like, it wasn't, like, you know, and she did have some mini freak outs, but they were, like, under control enough that, like, we could handle it. And she was still very possessive and clingy and paranoid, but, like, it wasn't, like, I was too young at that time to, like, really be concerned about that, you know? Like, I didn't really understand. I thought all parents were that overprotective, and I thought all parents were kind of, like, really paranoid about their children, and, like, blah 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 blah. But they're not. But, like, I think from the time that I was, like, 8 to, like, 12, like, she was an okay parent, but you know. Of course, when I turned 13, it's kind of just like went to shit. Complete and utter shit. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah. Again, I hold no resentment towards her. Like, I know it's not her fault. Like, I'm just kind of like, I'm just stating facts. Like, this is what happens in my life. Tired. I have a headache. I'm tired. Fuck, man. Also, another bad thing about this medication that I'm taking is, like, it's like, it won't take effect for, like, 6 weeks, maybe more. I'm just like, bitch, that's a long-ass time. Also, I have to increase the dosage every 2 weeks, which is fucking, like, weird. I'm like, weird. I don't like it. But, like, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. We're fine. We're good. God, I'm fucking tired, man. Oh. Oh, God, I'm so tired. Fuck. I'm gonna, like, end the video here because I'm, like, legitimately so tired. Oh my god, I have midterms tomorrow. Fuck me. Damn it. I have to study. Fuck. Shit. I don't want to study. I want to sleep and ignore the fucking world. God damn it. Fuck you, midterms. Why the fuck? Do I have... Why? Why you must do this to me? Why? Oh my god, fuck school, man. Like, it's fine, whatever. God damn it, I forgot about midterms. Fuck me. I feel I'm gonna cry. I've already cried enough today, so like we're good. Well, I'm gonna like go die in a hole because midterms are tomorrow, and like, you know, fucking why, like, you just, yeah. Also, my appetite is like, okay, we're gonna talk about this tomorrow because like ending video because like the time's almost up, so like, you know. Okay, bye bye. Why did I say bye bye? I'm not a fucking child, okay? Anyways, bye.